Disclaimer. The following story contains so much awful stuff, including but not limited to mentions of self-harm, suicide, suicidal tendencies, and homophobia. Viewer discretion is very much advised. Good evening, and welcome to Lucia's Horror Show. I am Lucia, your guide to the macabre, your light in the darkness, your horror host, if you will. A slight peek behind the curtains for you. I do my best with each of these stories to give you the best reading I can muster, and that often takes several attempts to get things just right. Sometimes I fumble, yes, I admit the Carmilla one had a few rough takes, but I always try to give you a clean, good-sounding read-through. Today's story will not be that. This intro piece is scripted, of course, as will be the outro, but as this will be my first time reading through this, and it is a legendary piece of internet history celebrating its 20th anniversary, I thought nothing else would do it justice than a fully raw run-through of this iconic piece of literature. So without further ado, tonight I shall read you the tale of My Immortal, a Harry Potter fanfiction that began in 2006, written by XXX Bloody Wrists 666 XXX. Right then. Hello. I'm sure past me already told you everything that I will be doing here, so yeah. Let's get to it. Full disclaimer: I did read the first chapter here, but other than that, I am completely in the dark here. So let's get to it. Author's note: Special fangs, get it? 'Cause I'm gothic. To my girlfriend, you not in that way. Raven Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too. My Chemical Romance rocks. Okay. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tells me I look... Oh, fuck. A lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note: if you don't know who she is, then get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A very rare occasion, weather occasion, to have both snow and rain. I guess Salit, maybe? A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Author's note: is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Oh. Oh my god. This is not good. This is great. This is fantastic. This is awful. Oh. Alright. Cool. Uh, by the way, prep, stop flaming my story, okay? I won't be reading through all the author's notes, only the ones that I, like, at first glance find to be funny. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was a hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on four pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Mansion t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. I hope not in that order. Oh my fucking god, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtatiously. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They're my favorite band, besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. I don't know how to react. Okay, moving on. I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. Alright, On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. I then put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. All this corset stuff, cool. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my... Oh my god. I think I need to put a proper, like, disclaimer at the start of this. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some Good Charlotte. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of the flying car. He was wearing a simple plain t-shirt. They would play at the show. What? They... What? What? Was Draco playing at the show? What? Or is Simple Plain... is Simple Plain a band? He was wearing a simple plain t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note. A lot of cool boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco. Oh, sorry. Hi, Draco. I said in a depressed voice. Editor note. I know there's an exclamation point and depressed voice, but whatever. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into a flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. Very specific. What kinds of drugs? There are certain ones you certainly can smoke, but if you're going to be if you're going to be smoking LSD, then you're gonna have a weird time. I don't think it's gonna be a good time. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You coming cold, you're covered in blood. They're also happy you're out. I don't know the song. I don't know the song that they're playing. You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're also happy you've arrived. The doctor cut your cord, hands you, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life. Sang Jill. I don't know the lyrics to that song. I would imagine not. Joel is so fucking hot. Oh, that. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me all protective. Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hilary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got Good Charlotte concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Cool. Ebony's name is Ebony, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco, I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. This is awful! I hate everything about this. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore. Oh God. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache, okay? Dumbledore made, and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I wanted to cry tears of blood down my... I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. Then, when we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why do you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Oh my God, what a fucking line, asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms." Fucking hell. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. "Are you okay, Ebony?" Draco asked me gently. "Yeah, I guess," I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing "I Just Wanna Live" by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, he said goodnight and he reluctantly went back into his room. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on my black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end, and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. Wouldn't it hurt for you to be putting crosses in your ears, like as a vampire? I'd imagine just putting it out there based on traditional vampire law. I mean, who the fuck? This is like... Why am I trying to put any sort of logic into this? I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. As opposed to what? Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! Fucking hell. Oh my god. This is the same vibe as me calling my best friend's whore. I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face. And he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore. And did you know that he had glasses before then? And now he was wearing red contact lenses, just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. Did you know that too? He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection. Only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. What the fuck? "I'm so sorry," he said in a shy voice. "That's all right. What's your name?" I questioned. "My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days," he grumbled. "Why?" I exclaimed. "Because I love the taste of human blood," he giggled. "Well, I am a vampire," I confessed. "Really?" he whimpered. "Yeah," I roared. We sat down to talk for a little while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Cool. My god, this is gonna be a wild ride. Oh, alright. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings. Sings? I'm guessing signs. On my nails, in red nail polish. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. He went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passionately, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy thingy into mine. In your boy thingy. And we had sex. See, is that stupid? Yeah, okay. Oh, Draco, Draco. I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it in bloody gothic writing was the word vampire. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, no, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot. You probably have AIDS and... What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. I had to do other things, uh, take a slight mental health break because this is breaking my sanity. Yeah, let's continue. Um, where were we? Oh, right. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was naked. He had a pretty big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. This has the energy of, like, a disappointed mother shouting out her child's full, like, government name. Alright. Fucking hell. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. Cool. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Cool. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. Fuck me. She still has nightmares about it, and she's very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she was converted to Satanism, she's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demanded angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony... Okay? I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had gone out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would bang him, like I would hang out with a prep. What the fuck? But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virginity to Draco, and then I started to burst into tears. What the fuck is going on in this... What the fuck is going on in here on this day? I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious, and I couldn't run away. What? Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his room and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. What the fuck? Voldemort got a dude you are so look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you do not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco. He shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? No, I don't. Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. What? Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said all depressed, and he went back into Hogwarts together. We went back into Hogwarts together making out. Fucking hell. This is... oh god. This is genuinely... I don't think I can... Fucking hell. I'm going to read until chapter 15, and then I'm going to fucking stop, because this is breaking my brain. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound just like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now, with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid. Only today Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He couldn't die, because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that, or a stake. That's a... The way it's written is STEAK, like a steak. Anyway. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and a tiny matching miniskirt and said simple plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerned voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came, and the fucking bastard told me to kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him, because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch? See, is that out of character? I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you'll see why. Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. What? But why am I questioning the internal logic of my immortal? Ugh. No, I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. They got all over my clothes, and I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a steak. Guess she was hungry. And almost stuck it in my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out of the window and screamed. Snape was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masturbating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. What the fuck? Ew, you fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Avada Kedavra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. His womb? What? I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, Everyone, we need to talk. What? What? What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snape said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled madly. What is happening? Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because... Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Because you're gothic? Snape asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid. It meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her! What is happening? I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Draco had given me in case anything happened to him. He told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. No, This is breaking my fucking brain. No! I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream, OMFG, no, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. Cool. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Chapter 12 is as far as I can get. I genuinely cannot. This is too much for me. Oh God, someone will have to coerce me to read the rest of this because I cannot. I cannot. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mungo's after they recovered because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had confiscated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Ebony, I need to tell you something, he said in a very serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you. I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. No, Ebony, those are not roses. What, are they goths too, you loser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? Masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? Yes, it is. To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all... Oh, well, what? Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. Oh. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulus merengo mi cremically romasio? For any of you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute, specifically for Raven. I love you, girl. Imo noto okeo. Fuck off. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay. Okay, I believe you now. What the fuck is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Ebony, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is in the flames. You must find yourself first, okay? What? I have found myself, okay, you mean I have found myself, okay, you mean old man. Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You're a liar, Professor Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. Fucking American version of The Ring. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, get it? You do too, I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snape and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the care of the magical magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in an equally sad way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other.
Stop it now, you horny simpletons, shouted Professor McGonagall, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I loved Draco, I shouted, and then I ran away angrily. Just then he started to scream, "Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts." And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No, I ran up closer. I thought you'd... What? This... What? This is a... Okay, That's it. That's it. I can take this no more. Sorry for cutting this marvelous reading so short, but if you want me to read through the rest of this fucking thing, you're going to have to coerce me into it. I will not do it otherwise. Back to recording me again, where I have a script. Fucking hell.
Well, that was certainly something. I am reeling from that one. If you want me to read the rest of this, you will genuinely have to strap me down and make me. But for now, thank you for listening. The next story will be lot number 249 by Arthur Conan Doyle. But before that, I have a bit of a treat for you and for myself. So tune in this Saturday for something a little different, but significantly more horror themed than this has been. And with that, I bid you good night and enjoy the nightmares.